King of the castle. I'll give you guys a little update on my grandfather. Just leaving his house now. Left him some barbecue food that I made at the house. Switched out the batteries, the camera. Chatted with him for a little bit. I'm at peace, guys. I've really taken a load off from doing a lot of stuff for him. I have my family helping out, which it was time. It was time for me to step back from the reins. But I'm feeling better, not as stressed, not as tensed up when I go over that. Just going and just like, whatever, chat. Before I would get all worked up and I was like, you got to do this and we got to move and sell the house and come move in with me, and you know, I could take care of you and this and that, you know, on and on for years. He didn't want that. He didn't want the life that I was willing to offer him, that I wanted to offer him. You know, then I finally just gave up and like, you know what, stay here, whatever. Family's been helping out for the last 2 weeks, feeling less stressed, feeling better. I won't say I feel great, close to that, but I feel better, you know, that I feel like the load is off me, and now sharing that load with family members. But my point of this video is not to complain, not to tell you what you should do, or when you get that old, what's going to happen to you. None of that. Just hear me out. Give me a chance. Observation. And this applies to me too, so I can live and learn from this, right? Observation is looking at my grandfather, right? And of course he's asking about, have you heard from Bubba, which is my cousin? Have you heard from Bubba? Have you heard from so-and-so? Well, what about that other girl, the light-skinned one, the white one, Walia, which is another relative, and she's not she's not white. She's mixed, but she's real light-skinned. Anyway, side note. I was like, oh yeah, she's doing okay. You know, she's gonna have some procedure done. She's going through some cancer stuff, which is never easy. And my heart goes out to anyone going through that. It sucks. It really dampers a person. I was like, well, last time I heard, you know, she was going through some stuff and she was, you know, gonna have to have surgery. So she was, of course, scared and nervous. And I just told her I'd be praying for her. And then he's like, well, what about Bubba? And I'm like, you know, he's doing okay, you know. And of course, he always says, is he working? I'm like, no, he's not working right now. I think he's just dealing with some other stuff. My grandpa just shakes his head like, you know, because my grandpa worries about my cousin, because his dad died of cancer. And my family's very mixed up in the sense like none of us are like bloodline. Everyone is adopted. As far as my mom, my aunts, and my uncles have a different dad from my aunts. So, you know, their health issues are different from mine, you know. And thank God that I'm for the most part healthy as I can be. I could always be healthier, right? And you could always do more and be fit and toned up and all that. So eat right. You know, I try to eat right as best as I can. I'm not perfect, but I was like, you know, he's doing okay. And I just told him, I was like, I've been telling him, I was like, Grandpa, the world is not the way it used to be. The world is pretty effed up. It's not like it used to be. Things are complicated. It's not easy. It's not like it used to be in your day. You don't just go and just sign a piece of paper and that's it. You got to go places. You got to log on. You got to register. You got to do like 20 things just to get one simple thing done. And it's a world that my grandpa would not survive in by his own. If we could rewind the clock 15, 20 years, there's no way he could survive in this world. Hence, everyone that's in nursing homes, they're there because someone's caring for all their needs. They're just living. They're just waking up. And I told him, I was like, you don't have to do anything. I said, you got it easy. The rest of us got to go to work and deal with stupid people and live in this new world system that we have going on. And I said, it ain't simple like it used to be. My grandpa grew up on the farm in 1930, lived a rough life, hard life. That's why he's so goddamn tough. I mean, his bone structure, people born in that era, their bodies are just different from ours. And I was like, all you got to do is wake up and live. The rest of us got to deal with this stupid world that we're living in. It's all we got, right? He just shakes his head. And then he's looking out the window, and then he's looking at wherever off. Looking out the window, and I'm looking at him. I'm just thinking, he's probably thinking, God, why am I still alive in this world that makes no sense to me? And I feel like he feels he doesn't belong in this era. He doesn't belong in this world. But he's alive. He has to wait his turn. He has to wait until God takes him. And that sucks, right? To be somewhere that you don't want to be, living, knowing that I'm just hanging around now. My wife has passed. Everyone that I've seen family members pass on. This is my grandfather, right? There's a lot of us still alive, but it's like, it doesn't matter anymore. None of this stuff. His house, all the guns he owns, whatever. It's like, it's useless to him. He's just living. He's just watching everything depreciate. He's just living to hear all this shit in the world that I tell him about. And I'm not going to lie to him. We don't have that kind of relationship. I'm not going to sit there like, oh, the world's great. And he knows it's a shitstorm. At 90 years old, going to 91, he knows this world is effed up. I don't have to sugarcoat anything for him, you know? But to see the look on his face, and I'm going to wrap this up, it makes me think he's probably thinking, there's no need for me to stick around. This world is so messed up. I mean, why am I going to live another couple of more years just to see people die with this whole virus thing going around? Or, you know, people my age, grandkids, me and my cousin and other cousins getting sick or whatever. And it's just like, it's just sad to him. It's like, I'm sure he doesn't want to live seeing everyone depreciate health-wise, you know? So, I don't know. I guess there comes a time when you're just like, I've lived my life, fuck it, man. If it's time, it's time. In fact, I'm ready, you know? I'm sure when you get to a certain age, I'm sure that crosses your mind. Whether you're 60 and your health is a shit bag, or you're 90 years old and you're healthy, but everyone around you is just gone or dying or whatever, and you're just like, why the fuck am I still living? There's no reason for me. I'm not supposed to live past my grandkids and great grandkids and nephews and nieces. I'm not supposed to live past them. Get busy living or get busy dying. Adios.